real quick here. As we start to info the last individual, I'll just introduce Dr. O'Brien. He's the director of the museum itself. And again, this is a brand new museum. I'm gonna pass it over to him, and he's going to be the one that's going to give you that personal tour through the museum itself.
Welcome, USO, and thank you for all you do. I retired from the Army as a colonel before I started doing arts and crafts stuff here. Center military history, and everywhere my wife and I and my family travel throughout the world, we look for the USO. Vertical envelopment history. Each campaign theater has common elements of design to it. There is a large tableau that's in the center. This is the iconic moment. If you remember your World War II history, the 101st jumped behind Utah Beach on the night of 6 June, morning of 6 June, and secured the landing spots for the amphibious force, in our case the 4th Infantry Division, coming ashore. So this depicts that scene, soldiers from the 101st linking up with the first amphibious tanks that came ashore. This, I believe, is the only amphibious tank that you'll see on display in the United States. The collar around it with compressed air goes up. It has propellers on the back. The tank commander would tell the driver, who couldn't see where he was going, where to go. At Utah Beach, 30 of these tanks attempted to come ashore. 29 made it. At Omaha Beach, you know, the Saving Private Ryan Beach, 30 tanks tried and only one got ashore. Now the big thing for the 101st and the 82nd, who jumped behind Utah Beach, is we so discombobulated the Germans that they could not counterattack against the amphibious forces. By 9:30 in the morning, the 101st was escorting the 4th Infantry Division ashore so they could go kill Nazis all the way to Berlin. On Omaha Beach, they were still trying to come ashore at 9:30 at night, and it was just a terrible disaster there. So vertical envelopment forces made a huge difference. So the major tableau, when you look at it, all the places where the 101st fought with a map, an explanation of the link up here at Normandy, Operation Overlord. Now behind you, you see a chronology panel, and this is for all the history geeks, for what we've done between 19... Along the east wall here are a series of exhibits that we call the alcoves, because that's what they look like. And they cover the supporting stories that go with the 101st in Europe. So this first one here is the Operation Market Garden. We jump into the Netherlands, and we picked out artifacts that go along with that, our cooperation with the Dutch underground. That little girl's dress that's there was woven together by a Dutch woman out of the fabric of parachutes. So the white parachute was the reserve chute, and the colored embroidery comes from the resupply parachute. The defense of Bastogne, where the division was surrounded for 6 days. No big thing. That was the way the soldiers were trained to fight. They were trained to jump behind enemy lines and stay until link-up occurred, which is exactly what happened at Bastogne, so we didn't jump at Bastogne. One of the most interesting artifacts in here is this little object jumping first, and then we set up the landing zones for the main body coming in. And those lights shown directly up. You can see it at the ground level, so they can set that in half like H and the arrows in other directions. That's the main one right there. That is a definite also the record, the record and the decal folding system there, finding out that the flatliners had the decal, the record, and they could try it in. But as we go through the rest of the campaign theater, the 101st took down Hitler's headquarters at Berchtesgaden. Some of you may have traveled to the Eagle's Nest tea room up in the above Berchtesgaden. All of the items in here belong to Adolf Hitler or Herbert Göring. Hitler's walking stick here with the 12 Volksmarch symbols for the 12 highest peaks in Europe that were going to be a part of the Third Reich, but kind of lost out on that one. The cane and World War II, you can go round and round and round and spend 45 or 50 minutes just in the campaign. And then go on forward.
Everybody needs a good trench knife.
So as I said in the introduction, there was the key moment that we chose for vertical envelopment warfare in the Pacific theater was the extraordinarily successful Los Baños prisoner raid. The Japanese had interred a lot of American citizens in the Philippines when they attacked it in 1941, to include nurses, nuns, doctors, other American citizens. 2,147 were held in this camp in Los Baños, and there was a great fear that the Japanese were going to execute them all. So a raid was put together by the 11th Airborne Division that involved an airborne assault, penetration through the enemy lines, and an amphibious assault across the Bay of Manila. All three elements hit at exactly 07 in the morning. They killed 300 Japanese guards and rescued everybody with no casualties. It was a phenomenal raid. In the Pacific theater, there were very few C-47 aircraft there, so the 11th Airborne Division was really good at very small airborne operations as opposed to large ones. They did one regimental size jump at Tagaytay Ridge.
Still seems like Campbell and
My wife said that when she came through the first time on the floor plan here, that it's laid out like a Midwestern city as opposed to an old medieval town.
Yeah.
So we got everything on a grid,
Yeah.
so you can go back and forth and around. Fort Campbell in the 1950s was kind of a national security state. We had a lot of atomic stuff here. Clarksville Base, which is part of the installation, was the third largest nuclear weapons storage and modification site And we managed, they had 26 underground bunkers, and the nuclear material was protected by these great big die-vault vault doors. And you can see on the front of it, it has two combinations for the Armed Forces Special Weapons Project and for the Atomic Energy Commission. So no one agency of the government can have access to the nuclear weapons without seeing it first. The whole program is secure. It has command control all the way up until the weapons are activated and then closed down to nuclear responders. So the Navy ran the Clark Steel base. The Air Force really strange little nuclear mortar. The order of fire 0.7 megaton warhead. This is the Overlord. This is the launch. This had tribute to 160th. It's remains on. 12 feet long at a time, and it's about a 5-minute delay. We pop out on the other side and we let float over the Hindu Ocean and air scan all the way down. Make sure the partners look out the back.
160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, stationed here at Fort Campbell. We are the Night Stalkers, and our mission is to organize, equip, train, resource, and employ Army Special Operations Aviation Forces worldwide in support of contingency missions and warfighting commanders. We are the nation's only Special Operations Rotary Wing Aviation Unit.
Today, we are infilling 10 Eagles in packs to link up and integrate with the Northern Alliance for a long-range clearing mission. Before takeoff checks, systems are all in the green, MSP set, left, center, and right. Flight director, you're set. User valid. Track 1 minute and 15 seconds ahead. Roger. Parking brake is set. The XPS control panel is both and auto. Toggle switch is locked. Crew pack, mission equipment check.
Upward 10 Eagles, ramps up at ready.
Calling tower. Fire tower. Thunder 2-1 on Alpha Hammerhead. Information Charlie. Request present position departure to the south. Thunder 2-1, Fire tower. Present position departure from Alpha Hammerhead is approved. Clear for takeoff. Thunder 2-1. Okay, altitude over airspeed departure. Performance data is showing 85% required OGE. We'll call your power. And remember, get that power in and hold it, but don't take that thrust up too fast. I'm not trying to support the aircraft getting out of here. Thunder 2-1 on staff. Thunder 2-1 is departure for Bravo. En route, call the Echo 10 Eagles in pass. Thunder 2-1 already 8 passenger departure for Bravo. Fire tower. Thunder 2-1, clear to the south. Request ring change. Thunder 2-1, Fire tower. Ring change approved. See ya. Thunder 2-1. Valley in sight. 10 o'clock. 5 miles. Left seat. Contact Valley. 3 minutes out. 3 minutes.
3 minutes out ready.
3 minutes. Board ready. Check out those clouds up ahead, right before the valley. Yeah, I've got it on the radar. Looks like we're gonna hit the end of the cell. Must be part of those isolated thunderstorms. Make sure you guys are secured back there. This could get turbulent. That's better.
Hey, I've got a vehicle that just pulled off and stopped with a technical glow. 2 miles.
Left seat visual.
Left track visual. Looks like they're getting out.
Keep an eye on them.
Contact 9 o'clock. Brake right. Left track visual.
Brake right. Descending.
Okay. Left side clear of hostile fire. Everybody, check yourselves in your area.
Maintenance bound normal. No Kozak use.
Systems are normal on the green up here. Flight controls? Flight controls, still normal. So much for that low threat assessment. Packs all good back there, Doc? Yeah, everyone's fine back here.
All right, guys, 3 miles out from the release point. This is going to be a single ship approach.